All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Paul McMillan II, and welcome to another live New York session. And it is September 12th, 2022. So before we get started, let's go ahead and check the news. So we're on Forex Factory, and as we can see, there's no major news for the USD or any other currency for the New York session. This is clearly for the London session, so we're past that. So we're going to take a shot at EU today. Yeah, I'll take a shot at EU so we can get. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by marking up supply and demand market structure from the 15-minute time frame to the 4-hour time frame. So let's get started. All right, so I'll put my vertical line here. All right, so when we analyze price, we can see that there's clearly a strong supply zone here because there are a lot of small bullish bodies forming. And that's when sellers jumped in and really pushed price down. And you can really see the buyers and sellers were kind of going back and forth in this area. So I'm going to mark this area. Let me change this to yellow. All right. And then we can see that there was another strong supply zone here as well. Price eventually broke that and hit that, which really made price drop all the way down to this demand zone here. See, there was a little bit of demand zone here. And then we really saw one up to here. So actually, I might actually move this kind of like here. And then eventually price went all the way down to here. So this is a good, strong demand zone. Good supply up in this area. Right. Now what we're going to do is just draw our zones in these areas. All right. So we're going to move on to the 30-minute. We want to do the same exact thing. Yeah, this is where we left off at. Yep. Okay. So now when we analyze price here, we can see that this is a single candle demand zone here. That's what pushed price past this zone and ultimately up to the supply zone. So this is valid. So let's make this green. Right. This was definitely a valid demand zone here. Price hit that more than once, and then this was a good demand zone up in this area. Funny thing is, when price broke this area, it respected as a supply zone and pushed down to here. So that's valid as well. So we're going to draw our zones there. Then I'll draw another supply zone down here, and then we'll move on to the 1 hour. I'm sorry, demand zone. All right, so let's go to the 1 hour. And then we're gonna go where we left off as well. So then when we analyze price, we went down to a valid demand zone here, kind of pushed price up a little bit, but you can see that the buyers and sellers are kind of going back and forth. So what that means is that there was a valid demand zone here. We change that to red. And there was a valid supply zone up in this area. So caused price to zigzag back and forth, so to speak. So there was a valid supply zone here. And there was somewhat a valid supply zone up here too as well. And then you had a valid demand zone down here. All right. So we'll go on ahead to the 4 hour. So we mark all this up. We are back at the 4 hour. So now let's analyze this. So when price broke this structure, ultimately there is a very strong demand zone here. That's what pushed price up to here. Let me change this to purple. So then we see that price hit at this point and went all the way up to a supply zone up in this area. So we have a valid supply zone up here. All right. And of course, price eventually broke that and hit this supply zone, and then broke that and went down to here, and eventually went down to here. This here is a valid demand zone down here. And then price broke this zone and went all the way up to here. So I'm going to go ahead, draw zones for this. Change this to purple. And then, of course, there was a valid demand zone here that I could see. So I'm going to put that here. Because you can see that buyers and sellers were going back and forth on these zones. So they were both valid. So when I look at current price, I see that price broke it, and it looks like it was coming down to here. So, so when I really look at price, it looks like that it's overall bullish, but it's hitting a supply zone here as well. That's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is go to the lower time frame and see if we can find some more structure. So here, I can see that price, I think I know this structure. You might be bearish. Go to the 30, 15. We might actually be bullish. We might actually be bullish. I know this structure. So, and the reason why I say that is because, so we have a valid demand. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just bring this demand's supply zone down to here. So we could see that there was a large amount of successful bullish candles. pushed all the way to this point, and then the bears started pushing price down, and now we got a small candle here, and that's what pushed price down to here. But we're seeing the same thing here. We're seeing a lot of small bodies of the bull candles. So what that means to me is that it's a possibility that price could, it might probably come down and respect this demand zone and then go up. So with that being said, what I look at is I look at the last structure for bullish candle. I mean a bear candle, and I see that here. And then price went up and actually kind of respected the I'm looking at this structure here. So price broke this last structure here. So I'm looking for the first swing, which I kind of see it here. And then I'm looking for it to do a second swing, which is a bear trap here, and then come up. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it coming down to here and swing up and then buy up, wipe out this high and create a new high. That's what I'm thinking, because that's what price kind of did actually down here. It's kind of almost the same pattern. So, and then eventually it went up some. Right here, you can see that that was 56 pips. Crazy, right? So that's what I'm looking for. So we have about a minute or so left until the 9:15 candle closes. Once the 9:15 candle closes, that's what I'm going to plan my risk to reward trade, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do. Be right back. All right, so now we're about to hit the 9:15 candle. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on catching price. Now this is the first swing. This price kind of swinged up and went up to here. Might pull back and do a swing here, maybe even down here. So my plan A is to see if price going to come back down here, reverse, and then go up and catch the swing low here. But if it pushes down here, then I'll just adjust my entry and catch it down here. So if price swings up to from this point, then I want to catch at least maybe 16 pips from here. And then ultimately, I would want to target this liquidity all the way up here, which will be 84 pips. That's my plan. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, price is bearish. Excuse me, at the current moment. So it could swing back and respect this. Now, if it doesn't respect this demand zone and it closes below here, then we're probably officially bearish, but it is dropping. So I want to see if it's going to respect this demand zone and do that final swing and then go up. That's what I want to see. But if it doesn't, and it appears that we're wrong and price is bearish, officially bearish, then we'll just try to catch the next move and adjust. So let me go ahead and set my alerts, and then we'll move forward. All right, so my alerts have been set. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised if price actually comes down and swings out here and then come back up. It's kind of like a bear trap because they got all this imbalance to fill as well. Wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see at the 9:30 bell. We'll see. Because this was the last successive structure, and then went around and then came down. So it could swing out here and then come back up. So we'll see. So we have about over, excuse me, over 9 minutes before the 9:30 bell. So we'll see what happens. All right, so now we're at the 9:30 candle. So thinking price will still come down, test this area, do one last swing, and then go up. That's what I'm really looking at. So what I'm going to spend my time doing is really looking at price action. And see if it's going to do a swing and go up. So let's wait and see. Be right back. So I noticed that price is struggling to go against this demand zone, and it acted as a supply zone previously here till price finally broke that. So it looks like it's struggling to try to push through. This might be our swing low or this bear trap, possibly. We'll see as time goes on. We want to pay very close attention to price action and what it's doing against this zone. So we'll see what the 9:45 candle does. We have over 4 minutes. All right, so we got about less than 15 seconds before the 9:45 candle closes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I think it's retesting this demand zone. I really do. But it could go for another swing down to here. Good. I see a lot of wick action here. Let's wait and see. This might be our entry here. Let's see. This might be our entry here. Probably going to go ahead and get in. I might wait for the next candle, but I might be getting in soon here. Let me wait for the next candle. So we got over 10, less than 10 seconds before the 10 o'clock candle closes. If it closes above, I'm just get in. Looks like I might be pushing down and retesting that area. This might be a retest candle. Yeah, this looks like a retest candle. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. And then we'll see what we get out of this. So I'm in the buy trade. Excuse me. We'll see what we get out of this. Once I end up in profit, I'll resume this recording. Be right back. All right, so price really pushed up and I made $123. So we were correct on this entry. It was the first swing and then price did a second swing and went up. Definitely going to do a back testing session on this to see how much farther price goes, see if it hits up to here or if it comes up to here and comes back down. Let me do a few things to document this real quick and then I will be right back. This was, let me see. I think I got in here. Yeah, I got in here. This was about 10 pips, okay? So let me document this and then I'll show you guys the results. All right, so I just documented my results. So I'm about to show it to you guys and then we'll wrap it up. So as you can see, this is my prop trading account with Funded Trading Plus. And here's my results, $123 made. Of course, they took $11, almost $12 worth of charges out. So that's why. So yep, we got in and made some money. I'm gonna do a back testing session on this to see how much farther the price went. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up a little bit more. So that's it for this live session. See you in the back testing session later on. Take care. Bye.